Good morning, folks. My name is Ramon Gutierrez. I'm an acupuncture physician, and today we're going to learn a little bit about how acupuncture can treat symptoms of burping, belching, and bloating. To the Western providers, these types of symptoms are very consistent with what you call irritable syndrome, and this is the one syndrome that a lot of physicians, just don't know what to do, and that's why they resort to things like acupuncture, herbs, and other forms of alternative complementary forms of treatment. Now today we are very blessed to have one of my patients do a video with us so I can demonstrate how acupuncture can help with her symptoms of basically belching, or it's also called eructation. That's the technical term for it. Our patient volunteer today has been suffering from belching for quite some time now, and she's tried all forms of treatments, from medications to possibly even therapy, and a lot of these treatment approaches have worked maybe for a little bit of time, but eventually they stop working. That's why our patient volunteer here today has been getting acupuncture. I have treated this volunteer patient for the last 11 visits, and believe it or not, the belching, including the tummy pain that she originally came with, has definitely subsided. Now, just to give you a little bit of background about how belching is understood in a traditional Chinese medicine way, belching is considered rebellious form of energy. Normally, if you think about it, once the food gets in the stomach, that food is supposed to be propelled down through your large intestines, down to your small intestines, and eventually evacuated the stool. And that requires a lot of energy that brings all these, stuff down or towards gravity. Now, when you have belching, when you have bloating, including tummy ache, that means that energy in Chinese medicine perspective is not bringing or propelling that food downward towards gravity. Instead, it's going the reverse or the opposite way. That's why we experience belching. So the principle of treatment in Chinese medicine here is to bring that energy to flow the way it should, meaning downwards. So now I'm going to stick her with some needles that will allow that energy to flow downwards, okay? Now, the root of this rebellious energy we call qi is primarily from the weakness of the stomach. If your stomach doesn't have that kind of energy that will allow food to propel downwards, then you can end up with rebellious energy. So part of the treatment today will not only redirect that energy to move the way it should, but it will also strengthen the stomach. So that's very important for me to emphasize. Okay. All right. Okay, this point here, I'm not going to go very technical, but this point here just below, or 1 thumb breadth and a half below the navel, is just to strengthen the stomach, okay? I'm twirling the needle clockwise, that means I'm tonifying the point, or I'm putting strength on the point, okay? Next needles here are just for harmonizing the energy of the stomach, okay? There we go. All right. Now we're going to move upwards here on her shoulders. This point here I'm stimulating is primarily going to help with just redirecting that rebellious energy or rebellious qi we're talking about. So this will bring energy towards the foot, helping that excess energy that's driving the belching to go downward, okay? There you go. The next point we're going to stimulate is again a strengthening point, and this is to strengthen the energy of the stomach. All right. So this is the particular point that we stimulate, you know, to help with the energy of the stomach. All right. Now the last couple needles will basically go to points that will regulate the energy of the whole body. Okay, so we start with the hands here. And the couple point down here on the foot. As you can see, she has about close to a dozen needles here, and it doesn't hurt her, okay? So how many number of needles I put, you know, most patients usually don't feel any pain, all right? Now the last point that we will stimulate here would be at the back of the hand. Now this point here is very good just for regulating energy of the chest and also of the stomach. Okay, in fact, this point here, when you massage it, you know, even without a needle, you know, can help with things like vomiting. It can help with things like motion sickness. That's why you see some people who travel by boat, you know, they have this particular wristband, you know, that has a knob behind it that directly can massage that point, you know. So it's a very good, you know, point to consider when you're traveling and you're having some, you know, some issues with nausea or vomiting.
And it works.
And it works, correct. So just ask her to just focus on, you know, getting healed. All right? Okay. Well, that's all, folks. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the little video. Bye.